Welcome back to GrowBooks, the channel where we explore books that help you think differently, grow personally, and make positive changes in your life. Today, we're starting a new series looking at books that everyone should read. And we're beginning with 3 books that can help you develop a stronger mindset. Having a strong mindset doesn't mean you never struggle, doubt yourself, or have difficult days. It's about understanding what's happening inside your mind, recognizing the patterns that hold you back, and learning how to respond differently. These 3 books approach this from different angles. One looks at self-sabotage, another at habits, and the third challenges how we think about approval and other people's expectations. Let's get into them. The first book is The Mountain Is You by Brianna Wiest. The central idea behind this book is that sometimes the biggest obstacle standing between us and the life we want isn't our circumstances. It's ourselves. Wiest uses the metaphor of a mountain to describe the emotional challenges, behaviors, and patterns we need to overcome in order to grow. One of the biggest themes of the book is self-sabotage. We often know what we should be doing. We know we should exercise, have the difficult conversation, apply for the opportunity, stop procrastinating, or finally make that change. But knowing and doing are very different things. Wiest encourages us to look beneath these behaviors instead of simply criticizing ourselves for them. Why are we procrastinating? Why do we keep returning to situations that make us unhappy? Why do we avoid something we say we desperately want? Sometimes these behaviors are serving a purpose. They might be protecting us from rejection, failure, uncertainty, or discomfort. And that's where the book becomes useful. Instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" it encourages you to become curious about why you keep repeating certain patterns. That shift can change the way you approach personal growth. A stronger mindset isn't created by constantly fighting yourself. It's created by understanding yourself well enough to recognize the patterns keeping you stuck. If you've ever felt capable of more, but somehow keep getting in your own way, The Mountain Is You is definitely worth reading. That brings us to Atomic Habits by James Clear, a book you've probably heard about before. And there's a reason it has become so popular. Clear's basic argument is simple. Small changes, repeated consistently, can create remarkable results over time. Most of us approach change by focusing on big goals. Lose weight, write a book, save money, get fit, start a business. But big goals can sometimes feel distant and overwhelming. Atomic Habits shifts the focus away from the destination and towards the small behaviors you repeat every day. Instead of asking only what you want to achieve, Clear encourages you to think about the person you want to become. If you want to become healthier, what would a healthy person repeatedly do? If you want to become a reader, what would a reader do? Maybe they simply read 5 pages before bed. That doesn't sound particularly impressive. But that's exactly the point. You don't have to transform your entire life on Monday morning. You need to start creating small actions that reinforce the identity you're trying to build. This is what makes Atomic Habits such an important mindset book. It teaches you to stop relying entirely on motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Good systems make it easier to keep moving even when you don't feel like it. And when those small actions begin accumulating, something interesting happens. You start seeing yourself differently. You're no longer someone trying to exercise. You're someone who exercises. You're no longer someone who wants to read more. You're a reader. If you want a stronger mindset that translates into action, Atomic Habits deserves a place on your reading list. And our final book takes us somewhere completely different. It's The Courage to be Disliked by Ichiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga. The book is presented as a conversation between a philosopher and a young man. The young man challenges the philosopher's ideas about happiness, relationships, and personal freedom, and their conversations explore concepts inspired by psychologist Alfred Adler. One of the most powerful ideas in the book concerns other people's opinions. Think about how much of our lives can be influenced by what other people might think. We want approval. We don't want to disappoint people. We compare ourselves with others. And sometimes we make important life decisions based more on expectations than on what we genuinely believe is right for us. This book challenges that way of living. One useful concept is learning to recognize what belongs to you and what belongs to someone else. Your behavior is your responsibility, but another person's reaction to that behavior ultimately belongs to them. That doesn't mean becoming selfish or ignoring the feelings of others. It means recognizing that you cannot build your entire life around controlling how everyone sees you. And that's important for developing a stronger mindset. You can be thoughtful. You can be kind. You can listen to criticism. But you don't need universal approval before allowing yourself to move forward. For anyone who worries too much about what other people think, The Courage to be Disliked can be a challenging but fascinating read. So, there you have it. 3 books that everyone should read for a stronger mindset. The Mountain is You helps you understand the internal patterns that may be holding you back. Atomic Habits shows you how small, consistent actions can change your behavior and even the way you see yourself. And The Courage to be Disliked challenges you to stop allowing other people's expectations to control your life. 3 very different books, but they share one important message. Real change starts with the way you think and continues with what you choose to do next. If you've read any of these books, let us know in the comments which one had the biggest impact on you. And if there's a book you think everyone should read for a stronger mindset, we'd love to hear your recommendation. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to GrowBooks for more book reviews, summaries, and reading recommendations. And don't forget to check the description below for helpful links and more information about the books we've discussed today. Thanks for watching GrowBooks, and we'll see you in the next video.